Welcome back to our channel, my dear friends. You can have talent, money, and success, but without strong character, these things can lose their value. Because people may notice your results first, but over time, they remember your character. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Respect, give it before demanding it. Everyone wants respect. We want people to listen to us. We want our family to value us. We want our friends to treat us well. We want people at work to take us seriously. But before asking, why don't people respect me? Ask yourself, how do I treat people? Respect should not begin with a demand. It should begin with your behavior. If you want people to listen to you, learn to listen to them. If you want people to speak politely to you, speak politely to them. If you want your time to be valued, value other people's time. If you want honesty, be honest. If you want kindness, show kindness. Give the behavior you hope to receive. And respect should not depend only on someone's position. It is easy to be polite to your boss. It is easy to behave well around someone powerful. But your real character can often be seen in how you treat people who cannot give you anything. How do you speak to a waiter, a cleaner, a driver, a new employee, a stranger, someone younger than you, someone who made a small mistake? A person's job, money, education, or social position does not remove their basic human value. Treat people with dignity. That does not make you weak. It shows maturity. Respect also means listening. Sometimes while another person is talking, we are not really listening. We are only waiting for our chance to speak. We interrupt. We look at our phone. We immediately try to prove them wrong. But listening tells another person, what you are saying matters enough for me to pay attention. You do not have to agree with everything. You can disagree respectfully. You can say, I understand your point, but I see it differently. You do not need to insult someone just because their opinion is different from yours. A strong person can disagree without losing control. There is another side of respect that is equally important. Self-respect. Giving respect to others does not mean accepting bad treatment from them. You can be kind and still have boundaries. You can forgive someone and still decide not to trust them again. You can care about someone and still walk away if they repeatedly treat you badly. You do not need to shout to prove that you respect yourself. Sometimes self-respect is simply saying, I will not accept this kind of behavior. Then calmly stepping away. Self-respect also appears in your own choices. When you keep your word, you respect yourself. When you take care of your health, you respect yourself. When you stop chasing people who clearly do not value you, you respect yourself. When you refuse to do something wrong just to impress others, you respect yourself. The way you live teaches people how seriously you take your own values. And remember, respect cannot always be forced. You may have money. You may have a powerful position. You may make people afraid of you. But fear and respect are not the same. Fear says, I behave this way because I'm afraid of what you might do. Real respect says I value the kind of person you are. That kind of respect takes time to build. It comes from consistency. People watch how you behave when things go wrong. They notice whether you keep promises. They notice how you treat people when nobody important is watching. They notice whether your words and actions match. Imagine two managers. The first manager constantly demands respect. He speaks badly to employees, never listens, and becomes angry when someone makes a mistake. People obey him because they are afraid. The second manager is firm but fair. She listens. She keeps her word. She corrects mistakes without humiliating people. She treats everyone with dignity. Which manager will people truly respect? Probably the second. She did not need to keep saying, "Respect me." Her behavior earned it. That is the lesson. Do not spend your life demanding from people what you refuse to give them. Become the kind of person whose behavior naturally creates respect. Speak with kindness. Listen carefully. Keep your promises. Respect differences. Stand up for yourself without putting others down. And treat people well even when there is nothing to gain from them. Respect is not only something you receive, it is something you show through the way you speak, listen, behave, and treat people. Give it freely, protect your self-respect, and let your character earn what force never can. And before we start lesson 2, please like this video because your one like gives me motivation to create more helpful videos for you. Lesson 2, responsibility. Own your choices and results. One of the strongest things you can say in life is, "This is my responsibility." It is easy to take responsibility when everything goes well. You work hard and succeed. You proudly say, "I did it." But what happens when something goes wrong? That is where your character is tested. Maybe you make a mistake at work. Maybe you waste your time. Maybe you spend too much money. Maybe you make a poor decision. Maybe you promise something and do not complete it. At that moment, it can be easy to blame someone else. My friend made me do it. My boss did not explain it properly. I did not have enough time. I was unlucky. Sometimes outside situations really do affect us. Not everything that happens in life is your fault. But even when you cannot control what happened, you can often control what you do next. That is responsibility. Responsibility does not mean blaming yourself for everything. It means being honest about your part. If you made a mistake, say, "I made a mistake. How can I fix it?" If you wasted your morning, do not waste the whole day complaining about it. Use the afternoon well. If you failed an exam because you did not prepare enough, accept it and change your study plan. If you hurt someone, do not only explain why you did it. Apologize. Learn. Try not to repeat it. Taking responsibility gives you power because it moves your attention from excuses to solutions. When you constantly blame other people, you're also telling yourself, "My life is controlled by everyone except me." But when you ask, "What can I do about this?" you begin taking control back. Imagine 2 employees make the same mistake. The first says, "It wasn't my fault. Nobody told me." He spends all his energy defending himself. The second says, "I misunderstood this part. I should have checked it. Let me correct it." Which person would you trust with more responsibility in the future? Probably the second. Not because they never make mistakes, but because they can be trusted to face them honestly. That is an important lesson. People do not expect you to be perfect, but they need to know whether they can depend on you. Responsibility is also about keeping your promises. If you say you will arrive at 10 o'clock, try to be there. If you say you will finish something, finish it. If you borrow something, return it. If you make a commitment, take it seriously. Your words should mean something. Every time you keep your word, you build trust. And every time you repeatedly break it, trust becomes weaker. Responsibility also means thinking about the result before making a choice. Before spending money, think about tomorrow. Before speaking in anger, think about what your words may do. Before wasting hours, Remember what you wanted to achieve. Before making a big decision, ask yourself, am I ready to accept the result of this choice? You are free to make many decisions, but decisions often come with consequences. Maturity means understanding both. There will also be situations that are truly outside your control. Someone may reject you. A plan may suddenly fail. Life may change without asking you. Responsibility does not mean saying everything is my fault. Instead, say, I cannot change what happened, but I can choose my response. Maybe you need a new plan. Maybe you need to ask for help. Maybe you need to learn a skill. Maybe you need to begin again. Focus your energy on the part you can influence, and stop waiting for someone else to come and fix everything. Help is valuable, support is important, but your life still needs your participation. Nobody can exercise for you. Nobody can study for you. Nobody can build your discipline for you. Nobody can make every difficult decision for you. At some point, you have to say, this is my life, and I need to take care of it. That mindset can change you. You stop asking, who can I blame? And start asking, what can I improve? You stop making excuses and start making plans. You stop waiting and start acting. That is where growth begins. Responsibility is not about carrying blame for everything. It is about owning your choices, learning from your mistakes, keeping your word, and doing what you can with the situation in front of you. Take ownership of your actions. Because when you take responsibility for your choices, you also take greater control of the person you are becoming. Lesson 3. Resilience. Rise after every setback. Life will not always go according to your plan. You may work hard and still fail. You may prepare well and still lose an opportunity. Someone may reject you. A relationship may end. A business idea may not work. You may have to start again when you thought you were almost there. These moments can hurt. But your future is not decided only by what happens to you. It is also decided by how you respond. This is where resilience becomes important. Resilience means getting back up after life knocks you down. It does not mean you never feel sad. It does not mean you never become tired. It does not mean difficult situations do not hurt you. It simply means you refuse to let one difficult chapter become the end of your story. Imagine you fail an important exam. You have two choices. You can say, I failed. I am not good enough. I should stop trying. Or you can say, this hurts, but I need to understand what went wrong. Maybe you started preparing too late. Maybe your study method was not effective. Maybe you became nervous during the exam. Now you have information. Use it. Change your preparation. Practice differently. Ask for help. Then try again. The result was disappointing, but it can still teach you something. That is how resilient people think. They do not only ask, why did this happen? They also ask, what can I do from here? That question moves you forward. Resilience also requires patience. Sometimes you will not recover immediately. If something important goes wrong, give yourself time. Rest if you need to. Think. Talk to someone you trust. Understand what happened. You do not have to pretend you are strong every second. Taking time to recover is not the same as giving up. Think about an athlete. After a difficult training session, the body needs recovery. Rest helps the athlete return stronger. Your mind sometimes needs the same thing. Pause when necessary, but remember to return. Rest, recover, and rise again. Do not make a permanent decision because of a temporary feeling. You may feel hopeless tonight. That does not mean your future is hopeless. You may feel weak today. That does not mean you will always be weak. Feelings change. Situations change. You change. Give tomorrow a chance to look different. Another part of resilience is accepting that you cannot control everything. You can work hard and still face unexpected problems. You can treat someone well and still be disappointed. You can make a good plan and still need to change it. Trying to control everything will only make you tired. Instead, focus on what belongs to you. Your effort, your attitude, your decisions, your next move. If one road closes, look for another. If your first plan fails, create a second. If something takes longer than expected, adjust your timeline. Change the method when necessary, but do not quickly throw away the goal. Think about a business owner whose first idea fails. He loses money. For a few weeks, he feels terrible. But later, he studies what happened. He realizes he did not understand his customers. He learns more. He saves money again. He starts smaller the next time. His second business becomes successful. People may only see the successful business. They may say, he was lucky. But they did not see the first failure. They did not see the difficult nights. They did not see him deciding to begin again. That is resilience. It is often built during moments nobody celebrates. And every time you recover from something difficult, you learn something about yourself. You realize, I survived that. I can handle disappointment. I can start again. I am stronger than I thought. This creates a different kind of confidence. Not the confidence that says, nothing bad will ever happen to me, but the confidence that says, whatever happens, I will find a way forward. That is powerful. You stop being afraid of every possible failure because you know failure does not have to finish you. You can learn. You can rebuild. You can return. Resilience is not about never falling. It is about refusing to stay down. Life may change your plans, test your patience, and challenge your strength, but every setback gives you another choice. Stay where you fell, or rise with greater wisdom. When life knocks you down, take the lesson with you. Then stand up. Your comeback can become stronger than your setback. Lesson 4. Reputation. Protect what your name represents. Your name is more than something people call you. Over time, your name begins to represent the kind of person you are. When people hear your name, what do they think? Can they trust you? Do you keep your promises? Are you honest? Do you treat people well? Do you finish what you start? These small things slowly build your reputation. And a good reputation can take years to build, but one careless decision can damage it quickly. That is why you should protect it. Your reputation is built when people see the same good character again and again. Imagine two people applying for an important job. The first person is very talented, but people say, he is often late. He makes promises and forgets them. He blames everyone when something goes wrong. The second person may not be the most talented person in the room, but people say, she is dependable, she works hard, she is honest. When she says she will do something, she does it. Who would you trust with an important responsibility? Very often, the second person. Because skill matters, but trust matters too. Your reputation is not built only during big moments. It is built through ordinary behavior, showing up on time, keeping private information private, doing your work properly, admitting when you are wrong, returning what you borrow, speaking respectfully, keeping your word even when nobody reminds you. Each action may look small, but together they tell people who you are. This is why character matters when nobody is watching. If you only behave well when someone important is looking, that is not strong character. Your real values appear when you could easily do the wrong thing and nobody would know. Imagine finding someone's wallet with money inside. Nobody saw you pick it up. What do you do? That decision says more about you than 100 motivational quotes. Character is what guides you when there is no audience. Reputation also means being careful with your words. Do not make promises simply because they sound good. If you are not sure you can do something, be honest. Say, I will try. Or, I cannot promise that. It is better to give an honest answer than make a beautiful promise you cannot keep. And be careful about gossip. If someone tells you something private, do not immediately share it with everyone. People notice who can keep confidence and who cannot. If you constantly talk badly about people when they are not present, others may wonder, what does this person say about me when I am not there? Your words can either build trust or destroy it. The same is true online. What you post, comment, and share can become part of how people see you. Something written in anger can travel much farther than you expected. Before posting something, ask yourself, would I be comfortable if my family, employer, teacher, or future self saw this? You do not need to become afraid of expressing yourself. Simply remember that actions can have consequences. Protect your name with good judgment. There may also be times when someone says something false about you. You cannot control every opinion. Do not spend your whole life trying to make everyone like you. If something serious needs to be corrected, calmly tell the truth. But after that, focus on your actions. A strong pattern of good behavior is more powerful than constantly trying to defend yourself. Let people see who you are through time. And if you make a mistake that damages your reputation, do not hide from it. Take responsibility. Apologize when needed. Correct what you can. Then change your behavior. Trust may not return immediately. You have to earn it again through consistent actions. Saying, I have changed, is easy. Living differently for months and years is what proves it. Imagine a business owner who promises customers high-quality work but regularly delivers late. At first, people may continue buying from him because his product is good. But slowly, customers stop trusting his promises. His talent did not disappear. His reputation did. Now imagine he changes. He becomes careful about deadlines. He communicates honestly. He fixes mistakes quickly. Over time, people begin trusting him again. That trust becomes valuable because customers know what his name represents. The same idea applies to your personal life. You are building a name every day. You do not need to be famous for your reputation to matter. Your family knows your character. Your friends know it. Your coworkers know it. Your customers may know it. Your community may know it. Make your name represent something good. Let it represent honesty, reliability, kindness, quality, courage, responsibility. When people hear your name, let them feel, I can trust this person. Your reputation is not created by what you say about yourself. It is created by what you repeatedly show through your actions. Protect your name, keep your word, and build a character that people can trust even when you are not in the room. Lesson 5. Results. Let your work prove your value. Everyone wants to be valued. We want people to notice our talent. We want respect for our work. We want opportunities. We want success. But there comes a time when words are not enough. You can tell people, I am hardworking, I am talented, I can do this, I have big plans. But eventually, people will look at one thing. What have you actually done? This is where results become important. Results are the proof of your effort. If you want to become a better student, your preparation should improve. If you want to become fit, your daily choices should support your health. If you want to become good at your work, the quality of your work should become better. If you want to speak English confidently, you have to practice speaking. Dreams are important. Plans are useful. Motivation can help. But action is what turns them into something real. Many people spend too much time talking about what they are going to do. I am going to start exercising. I am going to learn a new skill. I am going to start a business. I am going to study seriously. Months pass. The plan is still a plan. Do not become someone who is always preparing to begin. At some point, you have to begin. Even if your first step is small, even if nobody notices, even if your first attempt is not impressive. Start creating evidence. Suppose you want to become a writer. You can watch hundreds of videos about writing. You can buy beautiful notebooks. You can tell everyone that you want to write a book. But eventually, you have to sit down and write. One page, then the next, then another. That is how the dream becomes real. The same is true for almost every goal. You cannot think your way into a strong body without exercising. You cannot wish your way into knowledge without learning. You cannot talk your way into a successful business without creating something useful for people. You cannot become dependable only by saying, "Trust me." You have to show it through your actions. This does not mean that every result comes quickly. Sometimes, you can work hard for months and still see only a small difference. Do not become discouraged. There are two kinds of results. There are results people can see, and there are results happening inside you. Maybe your business is still small, but you understand customers better. Maybe your English is not fluent yet, but you are less afraid to speak. Maybe your body has not changed dramatically, but you are stronger than before. Maybe you have not reached your career goal, but your skills have improved. These are results too. Do not ignore them. Progress is proof that your effort is moving somewhere. But you also need to be honest with yourself. If you've been doing something for a long time and getting no improvement, do not simply say, "I just need to work harder." Sometimes you need to work differently. Look at your method. Ask for feedback. Learn from someone with more experience. Study what is going wrong. Change the plan when necessary. Hard work is powerful, but hard work in the wrong direction can waste energy. Imagine trying to open a locked door with the wrong key. You can push harder. You can try for hours. But the problem is not your effort. You need a different key. Life can be like that. Sometimes better results require a better method. This is why successful people do not only work, they learn from their work. They look at what happened. They ask, what worked? What did not work? What should I improve? Then they make the next attempt better. That is how results grow. You should also understand that results do not always need to be loud. You do not need to tell everyone about every small achievement. You do not need to post every step. Sometimes it is powerful to work quietly. Study quietly. Practice quietly. Build quietly. Improve quietly. Then let the difference become visible naturally. If you are becoming better, people will eventually notice. You do not need to constantly say, "Look how hardworking I am." Let the quality of your work show it. This is especially important when people doubt you. Someone may say, You cannot do it. Your first reaction may be to argue. You want to explain your plans. You want to prove them wrong immediately. But arguments rarely build your future. Instead, use that energy for your work. If someone says you cannot become good at something, practice. If someone thinks your idea will fail, prepare carefully and test it. If someone thinks you are not capable, develop your skills. You do not need to win every conversation. Sometimes the strongest answer is improvement. But there is also something important to understand. Results should never become more important than character. Imagine someone becomes successful by lying, cheating, or hurting people. They may have money. They may have attention. They may have impressive numbers. But can people trust them? This brings all 5 R's together. Respect teaches you how to treat people. Responsibility teaches you to own your actions. Resilience teaches you to rise after setbacks. Reputation teaches you to protect your name. And results show what your effort has created. You need all of them. Results without character can become dangerous. Character without action can remain only good intention. Build both. Become someone who does good work and does it the right way. Imagine 2 business owners. The first makes a lot of money quickly, but he lies to customers, breaks promises, and treats employees badly. His results look impressive for a while, but slowly people stop trusting him. The second business owner grows more slowly. She keeps her promises. She cares about quality. She fixes problems. She treats customers fairly. Her progress takes longer, but people begin recommending her. Her name becomes trusted. Years later, she has something more valuable than quick success. She has results supported by character. That kind of success is stronger. The same lesson applies to your life. Do not chase success so quickly that you become someone you do not respect. Build your skills. Work hard. Create value. Become dependable. And let your results grow from strong character. You also need patience. The world may not notice your effort immediately. You may work when nobody is watching. You may practice for months without praise. You may build something slowly while other people seem to move faster. Keep going. Your job is not to receive applause every day. Your job is to keep becoming better at what matters. Eventually, consistent work creates evidence. And evidence is difficult to argue with. Always remember, do not spend your life telling everyone what you are capable of. Build the skills, do the work, keep improving, and let your results speak for you. But never forget the deeper message of these 5 R's. Results may show what you achieved, but character shows who you became while achieving it. Build both carefully. Because success can get people's attention, but strong character is what makes that success worth respecting. Give respect before you ask for it. Take ownership of your decisions. Rise again when life knocks you down. Protect your name through honest actions. And let your work show what you can do. Success is not only about money, position, or attention. It is also about the person you become while building your life. You may have great results, but without character, those results can lose their meaning. So, wherever life takes you, build something more valuable than success. Build a name people can trust and a character you can be proud of. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Share it with someone who needs these 5 lessons today. And always remember, respect earns trust. Responsibility builds maturity. Resilience creates strength. Reputation protects your name. Results prove your work. Build your character first and let your success grow from there. Your results may show what you achieved, but your character shows who you truly are.